You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming. So if you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you another Let's Play episode of Echo. So, I just got done setting up my new 48-inch LG OLED C1 TV for gaming. It looks absolutely freaking insane. Oh my god, it looks so good. Oh man, I could get a smaller one and use it as a monitor because it supports G-Sync. Oh man, you know, when I've got some more money, sure. But anyway, guys, let's jump into a new episode of Echo, shall we? Let's see, October 6th. There we go. Alrighty. Alright. Leo smiles gently. Good. So you remember who we all are. TJ smiles weakly. Yeah, again, things are clear, and you guys don't have to talk to me like that. Like? Like I'm crazy. Ah, sorry. I clear my throat and try to assume a less I'm talking to a crazy person tone. Do you think you can make it to Leo's? We can stay here if you want and wait for someone to find us. I ignore Leo's exasperated sigh from behind me. TJ glances at the bed. I'd like to just lay down, but... He looks back up at us, clasping his hands together. I think something is happening here. Something... doing something to our heads? I don't know. Probably a scam call. No, thank you. Leo narrows his eyes. What do you mean? There we go. TJ looks off to the side. I just saw things that shouldn't be here. This has never happened to me before, so... TJ looks down at his hands. I remember someone was chasing me, trying to grab me, and I scratched at it. TJ looks back up at us. And it was Jenna, but I was too scared. I didn't know if it was really her or not, so I ran and she didn't follow me. TJ's starting to shiver again. What did she look like when you didn't know it was her? Exactly. TJ frowns, opening his mouth to say something, then closes it again. Finally, he looks at Leo, apparently deciding to ignore the question. Can we find her? I can't stop thinking about it, and I want to make sure she's okay. His voice gets a little broken, and he manages to control his tears at this time. Leo grimaces. We really need to go, TJ. The faster we can get help, the faster we can help everyone here, including Jenna. The corners of TJ's mouth tug down in a frown, but he doesn't say anything. But, if we see her on the way, of course we'll bring her with us, okay? TJ's still looking like he's trying not to cry, but nods quickly. Leo rolls his shoulders, keeping the gun pointed at the ground as he moves to the door. Now, everyone, stay close to me. Chase, keep up with TJ. Kudzu, you bring up the rear, got it? Alright. We're just gonna head up the street to the diner, not far at all. I look up at TJ, trying to give him a reassuring smile. He's still looking at his hands, though, so I move over to him, putting an arm around his shoulder, gently guiding him to the door. The trek to the diner is practically silent compared to just a few hours ago. Aside from the nightlife, there's no screaming or shooting. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I forgot to mute it. The way there is fairly straightforward. Straight down the main road. However, we decide to cut through backyards instead of using the road. Leo tells us it's the best way not to be seen, if there are people around. TJ keeps close to me, wanting to keep my arm around his shoulder. As we move, his eyes either squeezed shut or staring straight ahead. It's like we're moving through a haunted house and he's too terrified to look in either direction. It does get too difficult to keep him that close, though, especially as we start to have to move through the bushes and hop fences. I opt to hold his hand instead. In any other situation, I'm sure TJ would have been running for the hills in embarrassment, but he clings to me like he's never going to let go. Give you up, never gonna let you. We all move in silence through the brush. The quiet is actually almost as unnerving as the shouts and gunshots were. As we move under a few stray trees, I try to keep the memory of seeing the corpse strung up out of my head. There's no way a demon or whatever they said it was did that. It was one of the town crazies, killed and then mutilated that person to convince us of their delusions. There's 4 of us now, and 2 of us have guns. We're gonna be fine. We get to after only about 5 minutes, though most of it is spent floundering through the brush and old broken fences. Because of the meandering, we actually miss it and have to backtrack. Cautiously, we make our way around the diner to the parking lot and immediately spot the lone van. When we finally do get there, Leo jogs up to his van, shoving a hand into his pocket. But then he freezes and stares down. Fuck! Me and TJ arrive next to Leo, and TJ finally lets go of my hand. What is it? I ask, but I see the problem at the same time that I do. Okay. The 2 tires that I can see are brutally slashed and completely flat. I'd bet that the other 2 are in the same way. Leo puts his hands up to his face, rubbing his eyes vigorously with his palms. Who did that? TJ reaches out and grasps my hand again. Kudzu moves over to the other side of the van to inspect it. Brian. Leo growls out the name. How do you know? Leo doesn't say anything, sitting down on his haunches as he stares at the completely destroyed wheel. Who's that? TJ asks quietly from beside me, studying my expression. I wonder if I should tell him. Probably not. Him scared of seeing things is bad enough. We don't need TJ to be worried about an actual person who's out to kill us. I'd actually completely forgotten about the bear up until this point. If it truly was him, then we're in even more danger than I thought. It's just another person that we saw. He was acting weird. It's alright. TJ doesn't seem to take much comfort in that, staring at the tires. Whether or not it was Brian, whoever it was had done a number on the tires, completely tearing the rear tire to shreds. Kudzu comes from around the side of the van, shaking his head. Other 2 tires are the same. How far do you think we'd get on flats? Leo lets out a ragged growl, standing back up. Not far enough. We'd probably get to the lake before the goddamn wheels fall off. Leo stands there, thinking. Should we just go back to the motel? Leo shakes his head. No, I'm not staying here another minute. I'd rather start walking, actually. To the highway? That'd take half the day. Well, we'd at least be getting somewhere instead of sitting around here. I look down Main Street, toward the darkness of the lake and the desert. The ominous feeling I get is overwhelming, like I have no doubt that if we set out into the desert, we wouldn't last long at all. I don't know why. I shudder violently, and TJ glances at me. He squeezes my hand, and I find it funny how quickly the role of one doing the reassuring is flipped. I think we should go back to the motel. Leo finally looks back at me, and I see his expression soften. Hey, Otter, it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna get us out of here, okay? I notice the same tone he'd used with TJ earlier. He sets his hands on my shoulders, but I honestly don't feel very reassured. 1 second, guys. Okay. TJ pipes up from next to me. Carl's house has some cars. Maybe he's there and we could leave with him in the car. Leo looks out toward the hilltop where Carl's house is at. We can't see it since all the lights are apparently off. Maybe. If he's not there, we could just break in. I see TJ blanched next to me. Even now, he's battling his moral values versus our need to survive. I still just want to go to the motel, hole up in there and wait. Maybe sleep. I'd give anything just to be able to lay down somewhere safe right now. But now, with the new possible factor of Brian, I can see the benefit of getting the hell out of here now. Alright. Leo sets his jaw, narrowing his eyes. Let's go. Remember to stay close. We don't bother going off-road on the way to Carl's place, mainly because we'd just be trudging through sagebrush full of ticks at that point. Leo figures that since Carl's house is the only thing up this road, aside from through the canyon to nowhere, no one would be driving there anyway. It takes us about 20 minutes to get there, walking in silence up the cracked road. The only sounds are panting. I'm the loudest, considering my short legs, and also that I'm probably the most out of shape compared to the others. When we're close to the mansion, I look back down, toward Echo. Only a few of the streetlights dot the small town. I don't see anyone on the roads near them. I see a window or two here and there with their lights on, but no movement from within. We only hear 2 sounds on our trek. One is a blood-curdling scream coming from the town behind us, a woman. TJ reaches out again for my hand when that happens, and I squeeze his comfortingly. The next, a few minutes later, is a faint laughter coming from further away that rises in pitch before fading back out. I grimace, wondering if anyone else heard it, or if it came from inside my head. No one says anything, and I don't ask. By the time we reach the mansion, I'm covered in sweat, and I keep adjusting my shirt uncomfortably as it sticks to my chest and shoulders. The garage door is closed, and there aren't any cars in the driveway. I wonder if maybe Carl already took it off. I hope he did. We stand in front of the door, and Leo holds out a hand to us, motioning us to be quiet. I watch his ears poke up to full extension before he moves to the glass on the door, cupping both hands over his eyes to peer inside. We wait a tense moment, and I wonder if maybe he's looking in on something horrific. But after a while, Leo pulls back, shaking his head. Can't hear or see anything. Maybe he left, or he's with one of the others? Kudzu offers quietly, standing just behind me. Maybe. Leo appears to be thinking hard. Then he reaches out to the doorbell with an index finger. He hesitates for a full 2 seconds before pressing it. The fancy chimes ring softly from inside. Oh my god, that is the same exact noise that my grandmother's clock made. Oh my god. Oh my god, I hated that thing. Oh, it would keep me up whenever I stayed over there. Oh wow, that's a blast from the past. I noticed Leo's got a hand on his gun, watching through the glass intently. I also noticed that not only is TJ pressing close to me, but so is Kudzu from the other side, his shoulder slightly ahead of mine. It's almost like he's shielding me. A minute goes by before Leo tries again. We wait another minute before Leo lets out a ragged sigh. Whether it's from relief or frustration, I'm not sure which. Considering what's happening, you'd think some people from town would have come here to loot or something. Yeah. I look back at the town. It's a few glints of light staring ominously back. I'm able to suppress my shiver this time. I turn back just in time to see Leo try the door, and, to my amazement, it opens. Leo seems surprised too, and let's go to blah. I missed it. Hold up. Backlog. Leo seems surprised too. We all stare into the blackness. Let's swing open. Okay. We all stare into the blackness beyond. A few lights from the TV glowing in the darkness. The power is not out. Okay. Should we go in? Leo clears his throat. Well, we gotta get the keys somehow. Leo steps inside slowly, hand reaching along the wall to find a light switch. He finds it, though the light only illuminates the foyer, the housing going from goddamn dark to slightly less goddamn dark. It's just Carl's kitchen, though. Nothing seems to be out of place as far as I can see. I start to step forward, too, but I can feel TJ hesitate on my hand. I look back at him. You alright? He's staring into Carl's house, his eyes wide. Hey, yeah, I'm good. It's probably safer inside anyway, right? TJ swallows and finally steps in with me, Kudzu following close behind. The mansion is pleasantly cool against my sweaty fur. There's something strangely comforting about something as simple as the AC still running. A sense of normalcy. Leo stands there, looking around intently before moving to the cupboards. He starts opening drawers, searching the counter, looking for keys. I leave TJ to huddle on the couch before moving to the kitchen myself. Hey! Can we look for Carl, too? Leo pushes close to a drawer full of silverware. Yeah, give me a sec. I sigh. I'll be fine. It'll be faster if I look for him while you look for the keys. Leo shakes his head. Gotta stick together. I suppress another sigh and move back to the living room. Somehow, TJ's already managed to fall into a doze, curled up in a small ball on the couch. How are you doing? I look over at Kudzu, who's got his arms folded, watching me closely. I'm doing okay, just kind of tense. Kudzu gives one of his rare smiles at that. No kidding. Yeah. I glance over at Leo, who's starting to rifle through some drawers full of what looks like open letters. What's up? I look back at Kudzu. I'm just thinking about Carl, if he's here or not. I glance back at Leo. Hey, Leo wants us to stick together, but... I look back at Kudzu. You want to help me find Carl? Maybe you sweep the upstairs and I'll have a look in the basement real quick? Kudzu glances at Leo as well. It'll make things go a bit faster. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I really don't think anyone's in this house. Kudzu nods towards the window facing the town. From what I've seen, people are mostly wrapped up in their own issues. Yeah, I don't think anyone's interested in looting here. Well, alright. I'll take a quick look upstairs. I smile. Cool. I'll take a quick look downstairs. Oh, and I keep a lookout for the keys, too. And with that, we both move to the staircase. I give Leo one last glance to make sure he's not watching before we both head in our respective upward and downward directions. I flip on the light switch to head into the basement, and it's only when I stare into the dark hole I'm heading toward that I get the first inklings of fear. Oh, shit. I shake my head, remembering what Kudzu had said. If anyone's here, it's definitely only Carl, and that would be a good thing. If we can find him, we can bring him with us, and we'll be on our way out of this hellhole. Oh, alrighty, Alarm Chan has spoken to me and told me that it is time to end the video for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Guys, we are almost at 1,000 subs. I am very excited. Don't worry, I'm not going to go crazy on monetization. I'm only planning on doing like one ad per video, so it's all going to be like in the middle. So just giving you guys heads up, when I do start running ads, it's going to be like one ad per video, and it's going to be in the middle. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to the next video. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!